What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Gilstrap Garage. I'm going through this video right now, kind of getting it chopped up and put together. And I'm recording the intro right now because, like one of my last videos, I lost all of the footage that was taken from my regular camera on the tripod. I debated not even putting this video out, but I'm still going to do it. This is the first time I've done a cam on a Milwaukee 8 engine. Maybe it'll be something for me to look back on later. If you guys don't enjoy it, maybe you'll learn something from it. I don't know. I'm going to post it anyway. I'm going to have a few interruptions throughout the video explaining what I've got going on because this just didn't pan out the way that I wanted it to, but we're going to make the best of it. Here we go.
All right, let's get moving on this. Huh? Sounded like someone was being choked over there. The way they started coughing afterwards, like I don't know. A little domestic violence going on next door. Oh, that was tight.
What wasn't showed here was removing the exhaust. Check out this video right here if you want to see how to pull the exhaust off an M8 touring platform, because I just did one in another video.
All right, now the fun can begin. Pop the spark plugs out so we can turn the engine over. All right, spark plugs are out. Now, I'll take this screwdriver and pop these out. I'm not reusing these. We got some black ones with our S&S kit. I'm gonna put this thing in high gear. Okay, the back one's on overlap, which means the fronts aren't gonna be moving. I hope I have bolt cutters big enough to cut those.
The reason bolt cutters are used is because they're the cleanest way to cut the push rods out. If you take a grinder or anything to it, then you risk getting metal shavings into your engine, and you don't want that. You can also remove these by taking off the top rocker covers, and you can take apart the whole rocker assembly and pull them straight out the top.
All right. There's one. There's two. Okay, now let's turn this thing over. I'm gonna feel for when the front goes into overlap. You see, both my fingers are moving there, which means the rear is on overlap. Ka-chow. I don't have a very good bite on it. Last one, baby. Woo! Here they are. Never to be used again.
It's at this point right here where we start realizing the GoPro head camera was not ideal for working down almost at waist level. Things get a little out of focus here. If you can stick through this, you're appreciated. If not, I totally understand it. I start to miss a little bit of detail in some of the video here, but we're still going to keep going on with the removal.
Ooh, look at all that oil. Those ones closest to the cylinder are always the hardest to get to. Well, those are on there. If you guys are gonna do yourselves any favors, if you've got a Milwaukee 8, change out these Tappet cuffs. It's all right. Exhaust. Intake. I'm not reusing these anyway, but I'm just gonna set them here and say them out loud just in case something happens. Exhaust, intake. Intake, exhaust. Now, who dat? Appointment tomorrow. Not for me. You know, I'm gonna time, it's real close to being in time. I'm gonna time it real quick anyway. Not really critical, but keep it simple. I have an upgraded hardware kit for that too. Pull this thing so I don't get cut. There she blows. Oh, okay. While I still have the camera hooked up, I'm gonna pull the cam bearing real quick. And then I'm gonna turn it off and clean up some of my stuff. Clean up just the clutter I've started accumulating. Okay, I'm gonna insert this dowel. Gonna push up against the flywheel. Pop. Lube up the threads a little bit. You cannot beat the quality of Jim's tools. You could definitely beat the price, but you cannot beat the quality. Okay, 9/16, so that's gonna be like 1 1/8. What you got?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought you were showing me more.
Upload those.
Okay. Let's get this thing prepped. Let's do a comparison too on why it's so important to change your cam bearings. Hopefully it'll pick it up. But look at the spacing difference on those needle rollers. Watch this, make sure it's running in where it needs to be. Make sure everything's going in nice and straight. Looking good. Let's give it some cranks. Perfect. Seated right down in there. I hope the camera can pick that up. Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, look at that. It's countersunk in there, perfect. Love it. I'm gonna turn the camera off, clean up, and then we'll check the run out, see what the crank looks like.
The crank run out did not make the cut. That was deleted along with some of the other footage. And at this point, this is where my GoPro was recording in time lapse because I had it in the wrong setting. And you're gonna see a fast forwarded version of installing and torquing the cam and the cam plate. So I'm gonna put a little music with it right now, and you can watch that time lapse that is also sped up a little bit, and you can get a feel for what's going on.
I just plugged through it last night and I finished it up. I still got to hook up a O2 sensors, and I gotta do a couple other little things with this guy's stereo, but the cam, the exhaust, and the intake are all done. It's gonna be nice. If you guys like that video, thumbs up is appreciated. Thank you for subscribing. And if you got any questions, comments, concerns, drop a comment down below, let me know, and I'll get back to you on it. Thanks for watching. Since I lost all that footage, I didn't get any clips of the exhaust or the intake on here. We got the cams in, and I just got back from the dyno where this thing made just under 110 horsepower and 117 foot-pounds of torque. So it's gonna rip. I'm gonna get the bags thrown on there, and the owner's gonna come pick it up.